So I've said it before and I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna double down on it. The homes we're checking out today are located in my favorite area of Houston. And every time I come out here, I'm asking myself, why is it that it's just so much more peaceful out here? It could be the fact that we're located directly touching Lake Conroe, so you get that lake breeze. It's even a little bit cooler over here. And it also might be the fact that these homes are more spread out. They're not right on top of their neighbors. In fact, the two model homes we're showing you today are on some cool canal lots. It makes them feel more spread out, or it could just be kind of the slower pace of life. Yes, you've got all of these modern amenities that have moved their way out here. In fact, from where we're standing right now, you're 4 minutes away from a brand new H-E-B that they're building, a brand new Kroger shopping center. I mean, you even have a brand new Home Depot that you can walk to, but it's not crowded yet. Now, one day it will be, because that's just how Houston's going right now with all of the people like yourselves watching our videos that are actually moving here to the area. But we're in Montgomery, Texas, and Montgomery, Texas was the birthplace of the Texas flag. It's got this cute kind of historical charm to it. And you got killer home options here in Montgomery, but what I really like about this neighborhood is that, as I mentioned, they're spread out, and you can get these big 2-story family homes like the ones we're gonna show you, starting around $500,000. You're gonna come with a brand new home warranty, and some of these builders are offering some really, really crazy good incentives that you can use to buy that interest rate down. So maybe you've been sidelined thinking, I'll just wait for rates to come down. Well, you don't have to. These builders are gonna buy your rate down, and you can actually buy while the prices are lower. As soon as those rates drop, we all know what's gonna happen here. You've got some cool canal lots here too that are gonna give you some really amazing water views, and then you're just a quick drive over to the lake if you wanna hop in your boat, go over there, check out some of the restaurants like Fajita Jack's. You also have the whole Water Point Marina with your Starbucks, and it really is kind of the heart of Lake Conroe. It comes to life in the summer, but this really is a year-round lake that a lot of people come out here and live in Montgomery and enjoy. In fact, Keith, who's behind the camera right now, I finally convinced him to move up this way to Montgomery about a year ago, and he says, I would never go back. He loves the people, he loves the vibe, he loves the energy that's in the air, the cool breeze, the proximity to the lake, and so we're just thinking you might really love that too. So let's get you inside, and we're gonna check out our first house. And if you don't know who I am, my name's Kyler Ferris. We run the largest relocation real estate team here in Houston, Texas. You can see from our YouTube channel, we've been doing this for a minute. We got hundreds of videos, and really our goal is to just help people just like you that are thinking of moving to Houston, narrow it down, and really have a turnkey experience moving here. So if you're thinking about moving here, you got questions, don't be shy. Just give us a call, shoot us a text, send us a quick email, and that way we can help you guys make that smooth move right here to Houston, Texas. So this model home is a brand new builder we haven't shown on this channel. I wasn't super familiar with them, but after talking to the salesperson, now it makes a lot of sense. So this is Stonefield here in Waterstone. But what's interesting is their, I guess, area manager was over at another builder we've shown you on our channel before for about 20 years. And so there's a couple subtle themes that we're picking up that are similar to that builder. But what's exciting is it's a completely new product, and they're going, pretty heavy on development here in the Houston area. So they got 2 neighborhoods up here on the north side of Houston, and this is the first one that we've been in. But first impressions are, I think they're building a product that's very with the times as far as like the finishes and the look. And even the layout for what a lot of our clients are looking for. A lot of builders are still kind of building some more outdated stuff here in Montgomery because it's a little bit more traditional architecture, but this has a more modern vibe to it. Starting with the floors, you can see they're a luxury vinyl plank, but they're a very neutral kind of blonde oak color palette. And then coming over into the kitchen, you got the black island and the two-tone, but I like the little upgrade features, especially at this price point. It's pretty cool. You've got your wine rack tucked in over here. Now, if you got little kids, chances are this is gonna turn into a ladder really quickly. So maybe that will or won't apply to you, but if you're older and you like to drink your wine, it's cool to have a little cubby. It's little stuff like that that kind of takes things up a notch. You've got your pantry tucked in over here, not super huge. And then this home isn't fully furnished. The model we're gonna check out here in a second is, but this is where your stainless steel fridge would go. But overall, the finishes are really nice. You've got your 2-inch granite countertops. They've got a nice backsplash tucked in over here. And then I think that they did a glass panel just to kind of showcase what they are capable of doing, since this is the model home. Pricing over here is not bad at all. In fact, we've got some homes today similar to this one starting out here at $500,000. And you're getting up over 3,000 square feet for $500,000, where you can you know, be 5 minutes away from Lake Conroe, zoned to great schools, by the way. I mean, these are some of the best schools in Houston. Look them up, go to greatschools.com or niche.com or har.com, look up the school ratings for Montgomery ISD, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Keith, your kids are in these schools, right? Yeah, so he moved his kids up here and they're loving it, so it's a nice, safe place. And the other thing that we get caught up in a lot is I think growing up here locally, we compare school ratings from, you know, one district to another. What I have to be reminded of, and I was talking to some clients that just relocated from California this past week from our channel, they were like, oh my gosh, these schools are so great, because they're comparing them to what they were dealing with out in California, where it was overcrowded, didn't like the curriculums. And so overall, I think you can get caught in the weeds of an A+ versus a B+ school. A lot of our clients are finding that they just are much happier with their kids here in these schools, especially in some of these smaller schools like they have out here in Montgomery. So back to the kitchen. Here we are. You do have a 5-burner gas cooktop, and then I like that you've got the pull-out drawers underneath. Gives it a nice touch. No double stack oven. Some of their floor plans might offer that though, and they would just take the microwave up a little bit higher. But overall, pretty good kitchen setup. Huge stainless steel farmhouse sink, the black finishes, matching the black pendant lights. So definitely a little bit more modern. And then there's no formal dining room here, so you're gonna have this kitchenette. This makes a lot of sense to me. Not a lot of people need a formal dining. And then you might notice too that this kitchen island's a little bit wider than normal, and they did a great job of really utilizing all of the storage. And then this hallway is nice and wide. A lot of homes that are too narrow kind of feel like a bowling alley front to back, but it really opens up once you get over here in the kitchen. Now, I wanna show you what we're working with on these lots over here. So you do have a patio. Now, keep in mind, this is undeveloped. As you head on further down, you can see that these canals are more developed, especially on the other side of the street. So there are no plans as of right now for these to connect to Lake Conroe. But if you look on a map, you'll see just how close we are to the lake. I mean, you're just a couple minutes away. And let me tell you the cool part. This builder's running an incentive right now. And one of their incentives is they're gonna pay, if you close on a home with them, they're gonna pay for a year's worth of free boat valet storage. So just 5 minutes up the road is a boat valet place. So you could leave your boat up there and you just text them when you wanna hop in the boat, let them know you're 15 minutes out. They will pick your boat up out of storage on a forklift, put it in the water. They'll have it all ready to go. As soon as you're done, you just drop it off. They will clean your boat for you and they will put it back in the storage. Like, it doesn't get much better than that. And this builder is gonna pay for that. So you can get a $500,000 house here with plenty of space. I mean, now you see why I like it out here. That's it. You got a covered patio. You could, obviously set your grill out there. It is late August when we're filming this. That weather's starting to change. That breeze is coming in. Still a little hot, but it's not like July hot. It is a lot better now. So here's your living room setup. Pretty good size, I would say. I do like that it's its own defined space. It's not one of those pass-through living rooms. And then you would set your TV up over here. So it gets good natural light. You got the upper windows. These are like at least 12-foot ceilings in here. I think they're 13 because you've got 10-foot ceilings running throughout with a lot of canned lighting. And then these windows are just bringing in a lot of natural light. So overall, it's got a modern look for the house, but it also feels nice and open and airy inside of here. So getting you over to here, got your master bedroom set up. You do have views out to the back. So this is a little bit of an eyesore right now, but once again, it's not finished. We were driving down seeing kind of the completed section of homes they've been building over the past year or two, and it's a lot more cleaned up. And what's nice about it is because you have that canal, you're not gonna have neighbors for a couple hundred yards. So depending on what side of the street you're on, the other side of the street, your neighbors across the canal, they're already completely built out. So, but yeah, good sized bedroom. I like how this bathroom opens up. So not only is it more open and not like super narrow, but the finishes in here are really cool. I've never seen this stone before. It's like a black slate, but it has a little bit of a shine to it, and they took it all the way through over into the shower. And they got my favorite thing, as we all know, just waiting for me. They got the shower bench, guys, with 3 towels for all 3 of my showers. Got my back loofah. And come over here, having a tough day? You're probably not gonna have a tough day out here in Montgomery. I mean, you're right, it's just peaceful. You're out by the lake. But if you do have a tough day, we all do, sit here, rinse it all off, wake up, get out there and have a great day. That's what we're about. So you got your dual vanities, plenty of counter space, undermount porcelain sinks, quartz countertops, huge mirror, and then you got your soaker tub. I like this setup over here. Some of these soaker tubs are way too big. This is like a good size, nice and deep. Not gonna fit 2 people, but come on, let's be honest, you don't want to share a bath with anybody. This is really nice too. I like how they encased it, and then they kind of did the 2 tiers with the quartz over there, so you got a place to, you know, set some stuff up, read a book. I don't know if anybody reads these days. And then you've got the frosted glass windows, so you're getting that natural light in here, but you're not having your neighbors snoop on you. So one of the best features that I think a lot of builders have done in the past 2 years is having connectivity of the closets through over to the laundry room. So you have that in this house, which is nice. But as far as closet size goes, I like that it's a square because you really do have room to walk around, move around. You're not gonna run into your spouse if you're in here getting ready at the same time. Even those long skinny closets, even though they might have more hanging space in here, I definitely prefer this setup. You do have some good kind of built-ins over here for some shoe shelves. You got 2 stories up over here, but you actually go 3 up behind you, and then they even have a little bench with a mirror. So overall, I mean, closet's pretty good. I'll give it an 8 out of 10 on size and layout. Another thing you'll notice, you have 8-foot doors, pretty common. A lot of the starter home builders will have some 6'8" doors, and upstairs they'll have them 6'8", but it's nice to have these 8-foot doors. You've got the black handles, and then you also have the black hardware. So, and guys, there's a difference between black hardware and painting the hardware black, okay? You don't wanna paint the hardware black, don't do that, it will peel. So pretty standard size laundry room. You've got your washer hookups, your dryer hookups over here. They don't have gas run into the laundry room over here, but they do have electric. And you are on city water here, so you don't have to have a well or anything like that. And then this is gonna be your home office. Oh, look at that. Got my business card hanging out over here. We'll just leave that right there for the next person. So you got your home office, pretty good little setup. This could double as a playroom, probably not a media room, but you can close those doors up. It's nice that it's off the hallway too, so it's not like right in the middle of all the action. You got a window over here. You can get a little bit of natural light. Now I'm just gonna post up for a second and tell you a little bit more about this area. I mentioned we're right next to the lake. So if you're looking for things to do on the weekend and you live out here in Montgomery, it's pretty cool. They have a putt-putt place for the kids that's 3 minutes from here. Great place to go hang out. You've got 2 of the best barbecue joints around right here in Montgomery. So you can go on over to the meeting place, grab you some barbecue. Keith's over there like every day. If I even drive through Montgomery and I see their parking lot, Keith has his Jaguar parked right out front row, eating some barbecue. So you got the barbecue joints. You've got downtown historic Montgomery. They'll have concerts over there. We did a wine tasting ghost tour through downtown Montgomery. As I mentioned, it's the birthplace of the Texas flag. This is an old town, dates back to the 1800s. This is different than a lot of these new suburbs that have popped up all along the outskirts of Houston. Montgomery isn't a new suburb. It might even outdate Houston. I need to fact check that, but it's like as old as Houston. I mean, they sewed the Texas flag here. So there's heritage here. You've got some cute historic buildings. So it just has a charm to it that a lot of these other areas aren't going to have. The lake's huge. It's a 20,000 acre boatable lake. You can go wake surfing on it. You can sail on it. You can do pirate ship rentals for your kids' birthday parties. That's pretty cool. I had my senior prom on a paddle boat on this lake. I'm telling you, there's plenty to do here. Now, one thing I will say about Montgomery is you have plenty of food options, but if you're kind of a food snob and you're wanting that high-end experience, that's not what Montgomery has to offer. You're gonna need to drive over to the Woodlands. But what's cool is you can drive over to the Woodlands. You're about 35, 40 minutes away. So if you wanna go out for the night, hit the Waterway or hit Hughes Landing and go to a really nice steakhouse, then you can go and do that and you're still gonna be able to get home safely. Montgomery's coming to life, but I still will say that this is kind of that perfect blend of if you go 5 minutes west of Montgomery, it's country. Like you're gonna see cows, you're gonna see the clouds, not that you don't see those other places, but it's just nice and spread out. You see fields and hay bales, stuff like that. Our family has a 50-acre ranch property and it's 15 minutes west of here and it feels like you're out in the middle of nowhere. So that's what's great about Montgomery, is if you really want kind of that getaway, you're gonna be able to get it. All right, so here we are. You got the garage set up. It's a little dark in here. Hopefully that the light will adjust. We got the lights on for y'all. But this is a 3-car garage. Keith, we got light in here? Now we just have noise. 3-car garage. You've got your 2-car 7-foot doors. You've got 10-foot ceilings in here, so what's nice is you could do some storage racks up above the garage doors. And then over here, great setup for your golf cart. This is a golf cart friendly neighborhood. You're probably not gonna leave the gates. Now there is a gas station right outside of the neighborhood, so you can cruise up and go get you an energy drink or something like that in your golf cart. Probably not gonna run into any issues, but some people will come over here and they'll put an AC unit in and make this like a home gym. I've seen other people have this extra bay that like to fish a lot on the lake, and they'll have their kayak set up with all their fishing stuff, woodworking station, really, or let's be honest, some people just stash a bunch of junk over here. But it's really designed probably for a 3rd car or a golf cart. And as I mentioned, you can go outside of the gates. This is a gated community, so it's safe. In fact, the monument at the front of this neighborhood is one of the prettier ones that I've seen. In fact, I had kind of forgot driving back out here because it's been a minute since I sold our clients their last house. In fact, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see that house right over there, Keith? Can you zoom in on that one? The barbecue pit across the canal? Yeah. So I sold that to some clients from our YouTube channel about 2 years ago. That was before these builders even took these lots down. So this neighborhood's been around for a while. They're just now kind of finally finishing off this section with 2 really great builders. And we still have some left to show you in here with this builder, but right across there is that second model we're gonna check out. A little bit more traditional vibe, different pricing. All right, so come full circle. Before we go upstairs, back up at the front of the house, one thing I love about 2-story homes is when they have an additional bedroom on the first floor. It just makes it great as a guest room. You don't need to use it as a hot office because you have that as a home office. Now, if you use the home office as a playroom for the kids, this could double as an office here on the first floor. But you got really good ceiling heights in here. Those tall doors. Not a deep closet, but good hanging space. And then this one doesn't have an ensuite bath, but what it does is it's got a full bath right here at the front of the house, and this is gonna kind of double as the half bath. So everybody downstairs is gonna share that bathroom, and then that really just leaves us with the staircase, and we'll go check out the upstairs. So upstairs in this home reminds me more of a traditional home. You've got a little bit of an overflow, kind of opening up the downstairs to the upstairs, but for the most part, it's pretty disconnected, and I like that for a bunch of reasons. The main reason is noise. Now, it's a little dark in here because of the window setup. You're not getting a lot of natural light in here, so I do wish they had thrown a couple can lights in here, but this is a huge upstairs game room. Secondary living space for the kids to come, hang out, have a movie room. You could fit a full ping pong table in here, no problem. Super tall ceilings, pool table. And then here in Texas, I don't know if it's unlocked or not, but a lot of people are wondering, do you have basements? We don't have basements, but we have attic spaces. And in these attic spaces, a lot of times what they'll do is they'll have a nice little storage area for you. So you can see this home's fully insulated in here. You got your ductworks, but it's not hot in here because it's insulated. So you can store your stuff in here year round, your Christmas decorations, your snowboard, ski gear, whatever it is. And then that's gonna free up your garage downstairs for you to actually put that car in or whatever else you wanna use in that third bay. You're not gonna have to waste it. So this is a 5-bedroom home. So upstairs, you've got kind of a shared bathroom over here, single vanity, but it's a full-size tub. You've got 1 bedroom kind of off of this main living room this way. Pretty standard, I'd say like a 12 by 12 room, but great for kids. You could fit a full-size bed in here, no problem. Probably could do a queen with some smaller nightstands, not gonna be pushing it. And then these are 6'8" doors. These are standard in every home you'll see around here for the upstairs. It's very rare that they'll do 8-foot doors upstairs. Then you got a second bath up here. This one's got dual vanities, so more likely than not, these 2 bedrooms are gonna feed off of that bathroom. This room's bigger. It feels a lot bigger. It's funny, you go from a 12 by 12 or 11 by 12 room to a 13 by 12. That adds a lot of square footage. So yeah, it definitely feels nice and open. And then last but not least, without furniture in here, it's kind of tough to see how it would all be laid out, but you would have a big queen bed over here, 2 nightstands, plenty of space. And then this one has a walk-in closet. Really, really good setup. This being 5 bedrooms, that would allow you downstairs to use the home office as a playroom for the kids, and then use that front bedroom as your office. And it would still give you, 2 bedrooms up for your kids and a guest room. So a lot of good options here. And they've got a lot of different floor plans as well, all kind of starting around that $500,000 price range. So as we walk out and we head over next door, I'm gonna tell you exactly how much this home costs, walk you through all of your options with Stonefield Builders right here in Waterstone. Guys, we're always trying to make these videos as smooth as possible, and there's always somebody building a house right next door, ripping their saw or mowing the grass. So thanks for bearing with us with the audio on these, but that's how you're gonna hear about these opportunities. So this home was 3,000 square feet. It's on a canal lot. Now it's not gonna connect over to Lake Conroe. The canal across the street, we don't even wanna say it will. Technically, if you look on a map, it looks like it connects to Lake Conroe, but unless somebody comes along and dredges that out, you're not gonna have boat access out there, but you're just a few minutes away from Lake Conroe. So this home at 3,000 square feet is for sale. They're not trying to sell the model immediately, but it is for sale. And it's priced at $589,000, and that's before a $20,000 flex credit that they're offering right now. So you can use that to buy down your rate. If you're a cash buyer, you can take it off the price, or you could use part of that credit to do the boat valet that we were talking about. So they've got homes starting as low as 1,900 square feet, going all the way up into kind of the mid 3,000s. All of their homes, for the most part, are gonna start around $500,000, and their most expensive ones still under $600,000. So with Stonefield, I think they have like 8 inventory homes that they've already permitted that they're gonna be building, and all of those are in that $500,000 price range. Now, if you're looking for something a little bit more traditional and not quite as modern as this, right across the street, it's as easy as this, to K-Hov Nanian, and we're gonna get you inside and we're gonna show you everything that they have to offer. This model home's on a little bit more of an established canal lot. That canal was built out, like I mentioned. That was where I had sold my clients their previous home a couple of years ago, and then this section kind of has taken shape over the past year or two. Driving back out here, it was really cool though to see. I mean, you go all the way down and they'll be done out here in another 20 homes or so from the looks of it. So as you drive through, it's just nice. You see a neighborhood with a lot of space, kids out, hanging out, 3-car garages, a little bit more spread out, not right on top of your neighbors, all at a really affordable price tag. So we'll get you inside K-Hov, show you their model home, which is fully furnished, and then we'll run you through all their options. Of course, we'll touch on price whenever we walk you guys out of here. So let's go check it out. If the $500,000 price point was just above your budget, you are in luck, because this home and this builder has homes starting at $440,000. We are in K-Hov, properly pronounced K-Hov-Nanian, but I've been in the industry 10 years, and you can ask 10 different realtors how to say this builder's name, and all 10 will say it differently. So just call them K-Hov and don't try. So we're in their model home. This is where they office out of. So their sales guy, Tommy, he just left for lunch. He gave us the model home to show you guys. He works out of here, so if you come out here with us, more likely than not, we're gonna sit in these 2 chairs and we're going to talk to them about what they have to offer. Or more likely than not, we're gonna call ahead and make sure they actually have something before we waste your time. That's why you reach out to us. We literally talk to these builder salespeople all across the city all the time. So this is the home office. What I love about it, these are some of the tallest ceilings I've ever seen in a home office. These go all the way up to the 2nd story. You've got full windows up there. I would say these are safely 18-foot ceilings, very tall ceilings. So even though the footprint of it is very average, it feels twice as big. So it's nice, open, and that ceiling fan feels great. Now flipping over here, this is what I was talking about, a little bit more traditional vibe with K-Hov. You do have a formal dining room up here. You kind of have a pillar, and then this staircase is pretty epic. Look how much room you have to work with. They didn't round it off. They took it to a square in the corner. I mean, these are like stairs you play on as a kid, okay? These things are fun. So completely different vibe, more traditional. You got the wooden, wooden banister, full on old school handrail versus kind of the new ironwork that you see in a lot of these other homes. So just different look. Big old, I love the front door. Got the bubble glass. Keith, flip it around, show them the bubble glass. Over there, it's a single door. It's got like a nice light oak stain on it. And then very tall in the entry here. So it opens up, you got kind of the 2-story grand opening, and then you get through the formal dining, and then this is really where it opens up. Big 2-story family room, huge kitchen island, 4 bar stools, and then very pretty countertops. You got the extra thick countertops here. This does appear to be a natural stone. This isn't a quartz, so it's really cool. Some type of granite, I think. Looks like an Oreo McFlurry. And then just nice and open in here. A lot of natural light. You got the upper windows over there. Sometimes when they'll do these back patios, guys, it'll really darken the room, but they were able to have such a tall ceiling height that they have windows up above that, letting some of that light into here. So here's their kitchen setup. One of the things I like about this kitchen is how wide it is from counter to counter. Most are gonna be probably like right here. So there's room for more than one cook in the kitchen. So you got those holidays, you're not bumping into each other. Two normal sized people can walk past each other. And then, yeah, it's just a good setup overall. You got great sight lines to the TV. So if you are in here tied to the kitchen, cooking, cleaning for the kids, doing dishes, at least you can, watch the football game while you're serving people. You got great connectivity over here to the formal dining. So even though it's a little bit more traditional, you're not having to walk all the way around, you can serve up here to the front of the house a lot easier. Got your refrigerator over here. Gonna grab one of those bottles of water here shortly. And then as far as the pantry goes, pretty good size. Now, with KHOV, they've got a lot of different floor plans that they are building out here. In fact, you can just come in here, grab one of these sheets. This specific floor plan is right around 3,300 square feet. So, as I mentioned, nice and open. 4-burner gas cooktop, so it's not huge, but it is nice that it's completely built in. It's recessed down into the countertop. You got your vent hood, and then this one does have the double oven. So, if you are here to host for the holidays, you can get a turkey in this one, stuffing in this one, got your microwave. And then over here, you do have kind of a kitchenette area. So this is probably where you're gonna eat most of the time, more likely than not. The formal dining room, I would say, is gonna be very formal. And then really big living room. I mean, truly a big, big living room. Got your gas fireplace over here. This is a little unique to me. Instead of them kind of taking the subway tile and wrapping it all the way around, I feel like this was like maybe a little bit of a budget cut. Now, when we tell you the prices on these homes, I think you'll realize, okay, this is still very nice for the price point. But good mantle here, fake TV, you would mount a real one. But overall, really good setup. I do like that they have a real gas fireplace. So a lot of these new builders are doing these electric fireplaces, which are a little bit gimmicky in my opinion. So overall, really good setup. I wanna get you outside. I want you to see this. This is the other side of the street. This is that more established canal that I was talking about. They're doing a lot of construction work down there, but you notice you don't have a huge yard right here, but you do own all the way down to the water. So as you can see across the street, some of these people have built in some retaining walls. They've got some docks. Further down the canal, there's a lot of silt washout, and so unless it gets dredged out again, which we just don't want to promise that it will, you're not going to be able to get a boat out to the main part of the lake. Now down the road, theoretically, if they ever dredge that out, you can see it would connect directly out to Lake Conroe, and that would be this canal, not the one on the other side of the street. So I won't get too into the details on that, but I would say if you're looking to move out here, look to move out here for the proximity to Lake Conroe, for the distance from your neighbors, the proximity to downtown Montgomery. But I wouldn't buy out here betting 100% that you're gonna have that connection where you can get a boat in. But who knows, if they did that down the road, that would be a perk. This master bedroom is a lot larger than what we saw next door. This king bed seems bigger than a normal king bed. I think it's because it's got these established posts on it, but good natural light. You got the lake views over here. The neighbor is building something crazy. I don't know if those are footings for a house or what, but it's pretty extensive being built on that slope. And then coming in here, guys, this bathroom, this is what dreams are made of. Check out this tub. Now, the only con of this tub is if you have like one too many drinks and you come in here and trip and fall over it. It is right here in the middle of the bathroom. And it's a nice little kind of natural barrier, but yeah, I mean, it is right here. I personally would probably rather have it running long ways, but hey, I've seen this in some homes, some people like it, but big old freestanding tub, huge walk-in shower with 2 shower heads. So I'm just pointing both at you. I do wonder why they have different shower heads though. That is kind of interesting. But anyways, big walk-in shower, separate vanities. That vanity has the makeup cabinet, which is nice. So, you know, your wife or spouse can get set up over there, and then this would be for the dudes right over here. Don't need the makeup counter. And then the closet space is pretty good. A little dark in here. I would like some more lighting. Ceiling height doesn't promote going up to a third level of hanging space. Overall, a little bit smaller than what we saw next door. Still good. It's probably like a 7 out of 10 on the closet space side of things. The only thing kind of holding it back, in my opinion, would be I'd make it a little bit bigger. And then this is kind of a cop-out. They really should install these shelves on the first layer. A lot of builders do this. My builder did this, and I had to go to Home Depot and get a white pre-painted sheet of that and just throw it on here, cut it, and screw it in. It wasn't that hard, but it's a little bit of a pain. So this closet's gonna get a 7 out of 10. There's not much left here on the first floor other than right off of the living room, you've got your door to your garage. So they have it set up as the construction office right now, so we're not gonna go in there. This home has a standard 2-car garage. A lot of these homes have 3-car garages though. Here is gonna be your half bath for the whole living area. And then over here is your laundry room. Now inside the laundry room, I would say this is a little bit tight, but it's got this extra cubby over here. You could do extra storage, potentially. You could throw in a garage fridge here, or like a beer fridge. But you're gonna have your electric connections for your dryer, water hookups, and guys, this is where it gets crazy. Right now, K-Hov, we'll walk out here. It's a little crowded in here. So right here, they have an incredible special going on. We told you in the thumbnail, they're offering 3.5% interest rates for the first year. Yes, that's a buy down. This isn't clickbait, this is real. It's just for the first year. They're gonna buy down your rate for the first year to 3.5%. The second year, it's gonna go up to 4.5%. And then the last year, you're gonna be fixed for the remaining 28 years at 5.58%. That's pretty good, considering rates have been up over 7 for like 2 years now. So if you're wanting to get into a home like this at an affordable price, and you want that interest rate incentive, you can get it. Otherwise, if you're paying cash, instead of doing an interest rate buy down, they have a $30,000 flex credit, which you can use for a lot of different options, to help just ease the price of getting into this home. So really, really killer setup, in my opinion. I think it's gonna free up a whole lot of people to be able to get into these new construction homes. That's what a lot of builders have been doing to get a lot of traffic. In fact, we just missed something. Dang it, I was hoping it was bigger, Keith. Guys, come on. I see underneath a staircase like this, and I was hoping it was a big Harry Potter closet. That was a total letdown. I do apologize. These builders are doing these interest rate buy downs, and they are working with a lot of people. What I tell every single client, this is very important, only buy this house if you're okay being at that 5.5% interest rate for 30 years. So we don't want to sell you on the promise that interest rates will come down below that. We hope that they will. We think that they will, but don't buy it only being able to afford the 3.3 or 3.5%. Buy it at the 5.5 and then just, consider the first 2 years like dessert. You know what I'm saying? It's a pretty good deal. Let's go check out the upstairs. So upstairs, you've got a little bit different setup than what we saw next door. What's most noticeable is the fact that this connects to the downstairs a lot more than the previous house. Some people prefer this, and you can see, it connects over to the front kind of entryway too. I like it because what it does is it gives you a lot more room downstairs. It kind of opens up the house. What I don't love is that all of the rooms upstairs, their doors have kind of direct connectivity to the main part of the house. So if your kids are younger and you're trying to get them to sleep and you're trying to watch movies and stuff downstairs, you're gonna have to crank those sound machines up because that noise is gonna travel. Now, if you love your family and you just wanna be really close to them, then this is great. I like a little bit of separation. So you got a huge game room up here. They got foosball set up. You can see how they set it up for the TV. Huge cornered, L-shaped sectional would be perfect here. You're getting more natural light in this living room than what we saw next door. House comes with blinds, which is nice. So overall, very big 2-story family home. It's about 300 square feet bigger than the one next door, so you do feel it. And what I do like is even though it's very open to the downstairs, you have it's not just a hallway. This is like a little, cross walkway, but this feels nice and open. Over here, full bathroom, thick countertops up here too, so kind of match downstairs. This should be a bedroom. They have it set up as an office, but the fact that they can fit, almost a conference table in here shows you that this is a very wide room. It's 13 or 14 feet wide, a little bit more narrow. And then this is gonna be your walk-in attic space here too. There's no light in here, so we're not gonna show it off. Oh, there it is. Doesn't matter. It wasn't that good anyways. That closet wasn't a walk-in. It was pretty decent. I don't think I would go with the same horse image. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? The bedroom sizes are really good. I do like this. This is a full-size bed, not as big as what could fit in here. You've got a lot of width to work with in this room. And then you also have a good amount of space over here with this angle to be able to fit a full-size dresser. So overall, pretty good. Closet space is you know, it's not a huge walk-in, but pretty decent. So I guess technically you can walk in. Hey, one thing we did in our last video that I really enjoyed, and it really just helps us connect with our audience and understand where you guys are coming from. Let us know in the comments down below, where are you watching this from? I'm gonna reply back in the comments. We just genuinely wanna know. We're here in Houston. We've successfully relocated hundreds, I mean, like literally hundreds. I think last year, 240 something families moved here and we closed on houses with them from our YouTube channels. So for that exact reason, we wanna know where you're coming from. We can kind of guess where you're coming from, but we wanna know where you're coming from. So let us know in that comment down below. Curious who's gonna be furthest away. I think last video, it was Pakistan. Coming over in here, huge shared bathroom. So it connects through the hallway, also is gonna connect through over to this bedroom. And then a lot of good storage up here. So linen closet. This is definitely the largest of the bedrooms. So it's huge. And I think I was completely wrong. I don't think that bathroom does connect. I thought it connected through over to this bedroom, but it doesn't. This one just has a huge closet. So sorry about that. Now we'll go check out the bathroom. You can see what I was looking at here. It looks like it connects through, but it doesn't. It's just the toilet, guys. So full-size bathroom in here, a little bit of an echo chamber. Plenty of space in here though, so if two kids are getting ready in the mornings, you've got both vanities, they're not fighting over. You can't really see in here, it's just another linen closet. So overall, tons of storage in this house at 3,300 square feet. It does feel like a lot of space. As I mentioned, their smallest floor plan is gonna start at 2,300 square feet, but they've got homes out here going all the way up to 4,100 square feet, and their prices are starting lower than what we saw next door. In fact, their prices are starting at $440,000. So as we walk out, I'm gonna tell you exactly how much this model home would cost and kind of run you through all of the options that they have left for you right here in Waterstone. As you drive down this street, you'll notice kind of two different styles. You've got the more traditional, which is what we showed you in K-Hov, and then we've got Stonefield across the street, which had the more modern, but you've got a good blend of both. So no matter what kind of exterior elevation you're going for, you're gonna have options here in Waterstone, and then you're also gonna have plenty of different floor plan options. I think the smallest of which is gonna currently be over here with K-Hov at 2,300 square feet. Even though Stonefield does have 1,900 square foot floor plans, none of them are permitted to be built out here. Most of their floor plans are gonna be kind of closer to that 3,000 square foot mark. Now, at $440,000, that's the cheapest home you can get with them. However, if you want this model home, the same exact floor plan is being built right down the road, and it's priced at $569,000 right now. So both of these builders have turnkey options just over $500,000, and they're both rolling out some really good flex incentives for you to use. The coolest incentive, in my opinion, though, is that 2-1 buy down, where you can get into this house right now at a 3.5% interest rate. And one of the perks of being out here in Montgomery is those property taxes aren't gonna be as high as some of these other master plan communities, which even if you pay cash for a house, you're still gonna be paying those taxes. So you want those to be as low as possible. Now, what was really great from my client that I sold a home to out here 2 years ago is he was a 100% disabled veteran, so he pays 0 taxes on property here in the state of Texas on his primary residence. Now, obviously, it's not good that he's 100% disabled. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he gets the benefits for his service here in Texas, and there are a lot of other benefits that go towards veterans, and that's why we see a lot of veterans relocating here to Texas, and a whole lot of veterans are moving right here to the birthplace of the Texas flag here in Montgomery. So maybe you like what you saw here, maybe you're wanting to explore Montgomery a little bit more. We've got tons of videos on Montgomery, but specifically, there's 2 neighborhoods that I would definitely recommend checking out if you like what you see here, but maybe you're wanting to keep that budget just a little bit lower and you want to keep that proximity to the lake. So check out both of those videos right here. 2 great options, and as always, if you're thinking about moving anywhere in Houston or you love Montgomery, reach out to us. We're the best team to do it. We would love to help you guys. Don't be shy. Just give us a call, shoot us a text, send us a quick email, and that way we can help you guys make a smooth move right here to Montgomery, Texas.